Hey, 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 hey. It's 2 o'clock live. 2 o'clock live. We are on here today to see how our trades went for this week. The trades that we put on Monday. We want to check out those trades for the week. And we're going to talk about why professional traders don't trade on Fridays. Why do professionals not trade on Fridays? Yes, that's what we're going to talk about. Okay, please pass the word on to your peoples. Pass the word, let people know that we're here. Turn on share, like, tell people. Educator to Trader is on. Our Alyssa is on. She is talking about stuff. She's talking about stuff. Ooh, okay. Let me see if I can get us live on Instagram so we can be there too. We want to be in all the places. Not really all the places, because you can really not be in all the places. It's not wise to try to be in all the places. You cannot be all things to all the people. I think yesterday we were doing Instagram, and I thought I stopped the live, but from what I believe, I think I left it going. I think the live was going even after I thought I was done with the live. There we go. And it was still going. So Asadi, if anybody was watching the live and wondering where I went, where did she go? The live's still going and there was nobody here. It's just a seat. And the tablet was just pointing at my chair. That was not what we were trying to do with that. All right. Hey, Miss Myra, how are you? Hey, Carrie K. Hello over on in Instagram land. Okay, let's go with this. Today we're going to talk about, like I said, we're going to check up on the trades we had from the early in the week, and I may do that after. Yeah, we got some time. I may do that after, and then I'll come back to talking about why don't the professionals trade on Fridays? Why don't they trade on Fridays? First of all, let's talk about who I am. I'm Alyssa, educator to trader. I am an option sellers coach. I coach people who are wanting to be option sellers. We have an options 411 for newbies boot camp coming up July 18th and 19th. It's scrolling along the bottom. It's just really a great place for people to get introduced to options who may be interested, but they, want to get enough information without breaking the bank, because sometimes you reach out to somebody who says you're interested, and then you start getting a whole lot of emails and a whole lot of offers. And that's not what we're after here. We're just trying to make sure everybody gets what they need as far as understanding a little bit more about options. Okay. Educator to Trader is who I am. You can find our stuff at educatortotrader.com. Okay, let's talk about why professional traders don't trade on Fridays. I always say that Fridays are like wrestling matches when you're trading. It feels like a wrestling match. It's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. You don't know which way we're going. Sometimes Friday's going to go fine up. Sometimes Friday is just kind of consolidating. And then at the end of the day, it decides it's ready to hop on a horse. Sometimes it's consolidating all day. In the last hour or 30 minutes, everything falls off. It's just Fridays feel like wrestling matches. And that is because mainly on Fridays is when you have daily expirations. You have weekly expirations happening on Fridays, and you have monthly on the three. If you're in the third week of the month, you have monthly expirations happening. And we're talking about just the stocks, the equities, or whatever. But depending on where you are in the cycle, like this month was quad witching, because on the third week of June, third Friday in June, this was the end of the second quarter. You also had things like bonds expiring, and it's just a whole lot of stuff expiring at the same time. Things are expiring, people are closing, people are opening for the next quarter or for the next month, or it's all the stuff. It's all the stuff. So you've got a lot of people kind of coming about in the market. This is my movement for people coming and going in the market. That's what's happening on Fridays, right? If you talk to anybody, you'll see that Friday, most of the professional traders, if they trade at all, which many of them don't, but they only trade for about half a day, and they start their weekends early because they've worked hard all week. They've worked hard all week, checking all their things, yada, yada. And then when they get to Friday, turn down for what? They ready to go. And now this Friday, like today, is leading us into a holiday. We're leading into a holiday. So it's even more people who ain't here on a Friday. And that was good grammar, who ain't here on a Friday. The professionals are setting their orders. Hey, Miss Cheryl, the professionals are setting their orders. Stuff happens Friday. Generally, you can have low volume in the market because it got people closing and such, but they're not necessarily opening new things on that day. They may be, doing their research for the weekend. But Fridays, a lot of people aren't in the market on Fridays. I feel like I need another light here. See if we get up. Look at there. Let there be some light. Y'all see that? But yeah, a lot of folks don't trade on Fridays because the professionals. Thank you, Saida. I got 300 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Thank y'all for my 300 subscribers. Thank you for reminding me too. 300 subscribers on YouTube. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, as we always hear those YouTubers say. Thank you so much. We passed the 300 mark. Woo woo. On our way to 500, on our way to 1,000. We on our way to 300,000. We on our way. Yes. Yes. Surpassing. Thank you, Miss Barbara. Appreciate y'all for always riding with your girl. But on Fridays, the professionals, they put their orders in. They have scheduled what, their stop losses, if there are some stop losses or whatever they're going to buy and sell orders. They've already put those things in. And because, again, there's sometimes low volume on Fridays, then they know it's going to be a lot of people in the market. You know who the people in the market are? Us. That's who's in the market. The people who are, quote unquote, the amateurs. That's who's in the market on Fridays, trying to grab us a 0 DTE. hey, trying to grab us a 0 DTE. That's what we're doing on Fridays. Yes, the amateur money. Professionals aren't here. They're gone. They don't start at the weekend. One group I'm in said they on their way to the Hamptons. They're off and gone, especially on this long weekend. They off to the lake. They off to the beach. They're off to enjoy a long weekend. Tuesday, the market is closed. So Monday, I would anticipate there will be low volume in the market on Monday because Tuesday, the market is closed. Fridays, really, you can say to yourself, I for a long time, I didn't trade on Fridays. I would tell myself, listen, you're not trading on Fridays because it's so much. By the time Friday was over, my emotions would be, run ragged. I've been through the muck by the time we get to Friday afternoon. So now what I do on Fridays is I just close trades that have been on for the week. Thank you. I only close trades that have been on. I do a strategy where I enter on Mondays and I close those trades sometimes through the week. And generally they close before Friday. I do credit spreads and we have a whole strategy that goes along with credit spreads. We enter on a Monday, pull in about 30% on collateral. Hey, girlie, pull in about 30% on collateral. And when we get past 50%, 60% profit, we close it back up. Close it back up. That's a little strategy I'm working. We might put it into a format here in a minute. I've been testing it out for a little while to see how it's working. Fine tuning. You got to fine tune the strategy. I've been fine tuning it. Right. Don't want to be bringing nothing to the people that hadn't been tried and tested Like, oh yeah, I found this out. Come try it with me. Well, sometimes I do that with my community. I say, come try it. They don't mind, because some of them will try it. Other ones will be like, I'll watch you try it, and then you let me know how it's going. But they know that's how we do over there. But anyway, on Fridays, I try not to enter any new trades on Friday. I may do an XSP sometimes may do an XSP. And I like XSP because it's the smaller version of SPX. Does anybody know much about trading XSP? I'm putting in the chat. XSP is, oh, no need capitals, is the baby. Yep, the baby of SPX. XSP is the baby of SPX. It's 1/10 of the price, and you can, do credit spreads with it. It's cash settled, so it can go all the way up to the end of the day, and the broker won't close your junk up early, because if you got shares on something and the price gets too close on the credit spread, the broker will, for their own risk management, will shut your junk off. You'll be like, oop, yep, you too close. This price too close. Close it down. Think you better close it down. Yep, that's what they'll do. They'll close it right on down on you. And you're like, no, this was going to be a good trade. Why did you close it? They're like, nope, risk management. Sorry, ma'am. They do a sweep through, swoop, and he'll come sweeping through the city. The broker will come sweeping through your portfolio and your trades and say, nope, and close off the ones they don't want. That ain't what you're after. So XSP is cash settled. It's a small one. It's the same price as SPY, but SPY has shares, right? And I think I have jumped myself off topic, so let me bring myself back. All right. We were talking about why do professionals not trade on Fridays? And that is because low volume, I mentioned that. They've already gotten their orders put in for the week. They've worked really hard all week long. Usually the professionals are trading one stock at a time. We are the ones who trade in 4, 5, and 6, right? When you're in a professional office, you might have the Apple desk or the Amazon desk, and all you're doing is trading that one particular stock. Here we are, the people who are here trading multiple things and then struggling with how come our portfolios or our trades aren't all successful. You got to pick one and focus. Pick one. It's hard. Pick 1, 2 stocks. Let those be your darlings or your baby dolls, and trade them regularly. That way you get very accustomed with them. That's my little tip. So you got to focus, narrow in on 1 or 2 that suit your category, or you can do something else. You can narrow in on a strategy, and you can do multiple stocks on a particular honed in niche strategy, right? You got to be clear on the strategy though, clear on your entries, clear on your exits, and then you can do that. All right. Professionals don't trade on Friday because there's low volume. They don't trade on Fridays because the amateurs we're in there deep on Fridays, right? Trying to get our money for the weekend. It's the weekend, baby. We're trying to get our monies, right? Professionals don't trade on Friday because they worked hard and they're ready to go off to a long weekend. So generally, if they stay in the market, if they're in the market on Friday, it's just in the morning to see how things open up, and then they're gone. And a holiday weekend, you probably can't find nobody at the Morgan Stanley office right now. They is gone, right? They off and enjoying their long weekend holiday. We had a long weekend holiday last week, didn't we? Week before last, 19th. Wasn't Juneteenth a day off of the market? They had a long day off then. Oh, by the way, when you're generally, this is all generally, I'm not an investment advisor. I'm not a financial planner, none of those good things. This is not investment advice. Just if I didn't throw my disclaimer out there early, I'm just out here trying to help the people. I'm trying to help us know a little bit more about stock options. That's what I'm doing here. But generally before holidays, the market is bullish. People maybe are excited about days off or something like that. I don't know what the reason is behind it, but generally when we're facing a holiday, coming up to a holiday, the market is bullish. All right. So I talked about why do professionals not trade on Fridays. And if as you become more of a master trader, as you become, you grow in your trading knowledge, some of y'all are probably going to arrive at the same place. You're going to arrive there and say, Fridays, I'm taking my Fridays to rest my nerves, to rest my emotions. The weekend is the time that you rest yourself. You rest your emotions, your nervous system. You rest yourself. You investigate what you did over the weekend. Over the week, how did your trades go? The good ones and the not so good ones. If you need to readjust your trading plan, you do that on the weekend, which we're going to talk trading plans on one of these. And then you let your system breathe, right? Get yourself prepped and ready for the coming week. The money in the market, from what I understand, is made on the weekend because you prep and you get ready. And then on Monday, you execute. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you execute. Take the emotions out of it if you can. It's hard to be emotionless when you're talking about your money, though. That's difficult to do when you're talking about your money. Hard to be emotionless. All right. I'm going to switch over to my broker so that way we can see the trades we put on Monday. What we did on Monday, we did cash secure puts and we did covered calls. We entered them on Monday. And I want to check us out. We checked them on Wednesday just to see what we had. This is what we do. Let me take a pause here while I'm getting all this up and running. What we do here is over the weekend, I provide you with some covered call, potential trades if you'd like to investigate, cash secure puts investigations, right? We do selling of options. Selling options includes covered calls, selling cash secure puts, shorting, and credit spreads. Those are the 4 things that are included when you're a seller of options. People buy calls and puts. Somebody has to sell them those calls and puts, and that is us. Us, the sellers, people, we sell. And when you sell, you take in money. Sell, you take in money. If you want to join us, you can join us over on YouTube, which many of you are already at YouTube, but you can join me there at Educator to Trader. You can join me on Instagram. I'm Educator to Trader there. I do a little bit of TikToking, Educator to Trader over there. You can join our Facebook group. Our Facebook group is Educator to Trader. Yeah, it's a group. Educator to Trader. We do have a membership that we do every morning. We have morning calls where we talk about the pre-market and get ourselves prepped and ready for what the market will hold for the day. That membership also includes an exclusive Telegram where you're there, where there is a unit. People are trading together. They're communicating with each other. We're celebrating together. And sometimes when it don't go well, we're commiserating together. All righty. But trading can be lonely. So you need a community of people to trade with. Make sure that if I push this button, is this right? Did I push the right thing? How do I get out? What do you do? All these things. I'm thinking about doing this. What do y'all think? Okay, we talk about all those things over there. We work through our strategies. We utilize and employ those strategies in the membership. That's all there. If you haven't seen it yet, I wrote a playbook, an ebook. It's called, It's called How to Make 10% Profits Every Single Day Using SPX Credit Spreads. How to make 10% profits. If you follow me on Facebook, you can see that every day, just about, I post the percentage wins from within our community. Right. And we're winning. Our people in our community are winning every single day. No cap. I'm not lying about that. I'm not making it up. And I don't put like dollar amounts because that's kind of not relevant because it's all relative to the person. But I put percentage return on collateral as a seller. Right. So if you follow me, you can see that. In our membership, we got the spxplaybook.net. You can go there, grab you a copy of that book that we're using to make that money every single day. And it's only $27. $27. You learn you a new strategy, make you a few money. You can do one trade and make that $27 back and be done. You can do one trade, make over the $27 and be done. All righty. All that information, I believe, is running along at the bottom of the ticker. Just jump on in there and see. Our trade for this week was AMC. We had an AMC cash secure put that we were running. It's not set to expire until the 7th of July, but it has surpassed our 50% that we take in. We go ahead and close out and take our profits off the table and release our buying power. Because when you do a cash secure put, the broker will block up the strike price times 100. It will block up that amount in case the trade doesn't go well. They will use that money to buy you the shares and put them in your account. That's why you're selling a put. They will put them in your account with your money. So we took in $43 when we started this trade. It is now worth 14, which is good. As a seller, you want this to go down. You want a plus 66% or plus $57 because we have two of them. So we're closing this one up. Right click, create a closing order. I talked to y'all about AMC earlier in the week, and AMC cash secure puts. AMC seems to like to hold above $4. It's gotten down to $3.80 of several months ago, but it seems to like holding above $4. So it has been pretty consistent for doing cash secure puts. Again, not investment advice, something for you to look at on your own to see if it fits into your trading plan and fits into what you want to do. But if you want to do cash secure puts, I think that AMC may be a good one to look at. It falls in the penny stock category because it's less than $10, but it's provided consistent returns for me. All righty. Leveraging about $400, making 43. That's about 10% return on the money. I closed it a little bit early, so I took 66% of that. Works for me. This is a covered call for AMC. It hasn't reached where we need it to go yet because the trade price was 16 and it's currently higher than that. So we need this mark to be lower. So covered call means if we got a 5 strike, as long as it stays below 5, this trade is doing fine. And the price of AMC is $4.33. So this trade is doing fine. It just now needs the time. Needs time to continue to decay. And as sellers, we like time decay. We like theta. We like theta decay over here. We did applied. We did a cash secure put on applied also on Monday. We took in $75 on this trade. It is now worth $55, which is good. It has matured 26% in profit. We're going to let it go because we don't close them till they're about 50% plus, 50% of the profits plus. So that one can keep going. We got it out till July 21st anyway. So we've got a little bit of time, and this trade is doing fine. Well, as long as the price is above $8, this is an 8 put. As long as the price is above $8, this trade is doing good. And the price is now 9 and some change on applied. All right. So that trade, we're going to just leave it to keep doing its thing. I'm not sure where this big lots trade came from, but it's here. Let's go ahead and manage it. It was a cash secure put as well. Cash secure put. We're sold. This -1 means you're selling. We're selling a put. We took in $35. Right? We're going to close it now for $5. This is an 85% return on our profit. Now, when you enter selling trades, the broker gives you the money right away. So we were given that $35 as soon as we entered this trade. Now we're going to buy back. I'm going to make this $5 because that's what it said over there. And I want to get my whole $5. If that's what we're going to get. I'm turning it to $5. All right. When you're selling, you get the capital. The broker gives you your premium money right away. So this $35 was given to us when we entered this trade. And when we exit, we're going to buy to close. So you basically are buying it back. You sold it to open it. Now you're going to buy to close. All right. That is now on. That order is on and it's sitting here. Looks like it's at the right price. It's in the working category. Now we just need it to do its thing. So we were selling this EOSE put the other day. It never did pick up. I'm going to go ahead and cancel that order. On Monday, when we come back on, we're going to talk again about the trades for next week. We'll do some trades for next week. Okay. All righty. Let's see. We need to, how do we close this up? Create a closing order. We're going to buy back 100 of those so that way we can get that off of our lineup. KLR. We were doing a KLR covered call. We bought 100 shares and then we did a covered call at the 5 strike. But look at this right here. KLR ran on up. We bought it for $4 It is now worth $6.74. I think I talked about this a little bit yesterday. It's now worth $6.74 for the shares. But we also have a covered call that is totally breached because we have the 5 strike and the price is now at $6.74. This is what you do in this situation. You have shares that you purchased for $4. I purchased them for $4. I did a covered call, 1 strike above that, and collected $30. The way covered calls works is if at expiration, your price is higher than the price of the stock is higher than your strike, your shares will basically be called away at the price that you sold the call. So if I'm selling the call for $5, it will be called away. These shares will be called away at $5. This is hard to look at though, because the prices now are worth $6.74. I'm going to sell them for $5, but they're worth $6.74. But this is what happens when we do covered calls and the price runs up. But if I release them at $5 share, I bought them for $4. I'm going to release them for $5. That's $100 of profit. I'm going to get, because they're going to give me $500 when this closes. But look at here. If I close it right now, though, I'm going to make $126. So if I go ahead and buy back this covered call and I sell my shares, I'm going to actually make $126. So where if I leave it till July, I'm going to make $100. If I close it now, I'm going to make $126. Y'all want to think about what we should do? I think we should take our 126 and run. Let's take our 126, be like, yep. So I'm selecting them both together. So this is going to, you can do these separate, but we're going to sell our 100 shares and we're going to close our covered call at the same time. You can do these in 2 motions or you can do them in 1. I'm putting them together because I want you to see the amount of money that we're actually going to take in when we do it this way. I'm going to make this a good old round 500 and I'm going to confirm and send. We may have to wait a while because it's 2 things are happening at one time. So I usually give this a little bit of time. And if it doesn't do it together, then I just close them separate. Okay, then it means you got to buy back the covered call and then you sell the shares. You need to buy the covered call back first, though, because you can't leave the call naked. So you have to buy your covered call back first and then sell your shares. Okay, don't sell your shares first because then you'll have a naked sold call, and most people don't have that kind of options level in their trading. So sometimes if you try to do it in the account, it won't even let you do it because it'll say, nope, this will leave a naked position. It'll give you some kind of notification. All righty. Same thing happened here with the open trade. This open trade, we did a 3.5 covered call after we bought 100 shares at $2.96. Now price has gone up to $4 and some change. So now if we just let it close on its own on July 21st, we're going to make $50. And if we close it now, we're going to make $51. Okay, I'm going to leave that one for now. We could do the same thing we just did with KLR, but I'm going to leave it for now because there's no real reason to go ahead and close this. We're not going to make any more money by closing it early. The last one we're looking at is Space. We did some covered calls cash secure puts. I've mentioned covered calls so many times. We've done cash secure puts on Space. The one is July 7th, which is next Friday. We took in $40. It is now worth $22. We got a 43% profit we're at, so it's not quite ready for us to close it. We close at least 50% profit. We've got one for July 14th also, just a little bit lower in strike, and it is at 62% of profit. So that one can be closed, and we can go ahead and take our collateral back off the table. You can take your collateral back off the table. I can't see if there's any comments, so I'll look in a second. If you're making any comments, I can't see them. I can't see them. Okay. I'm going to do confirm and send. Those are all. So what we're doing here, did I stop sharing? There we go. Stop sharing. I'm back. I'm back. Hey, Miss Deborah. What is a good buy today for a covered call? That's a good question. Remember, we talked the other day about going to bar chart and looking at covered calls and bar chart. You can use a screener. There's a few screeners out there. Bar chart is the one I like. You go to barchart.com and then look under options and covered calls, and they'll give you that there. It's a free screener. I don't know if they're going to have any for today's expiration. But they'll have some for like July 21st that you can look at. Generally, you've got stuff like Space. AMC is going to be there. I think Leaf or Real, not Leaf, Real, and there's a few others. But anyway, barchart.com, select options, select covered calls, and you can see a free list of ones that are there based on what your money will say. Because with covered calls, if you don't already own 100 shares, you need to buy 100 shares, and then you can do a covered call on it. Okay. All righty. I think I've covered everything I was going to cover today. Does anybody have any questions or something they want to talk about? Though they want me to talk about, you can put a comment or a question in the chat, and we can see if we can cover it real quick on this Friday afternoon. Oh, I didn't mention, in our membership, we also do coaching. Like tomorrow, we're doing coaching, and we're going to talk about the PDT hack. I don't know if you've ever heard of the PDT hack. It's a way to keep you from using your day trades. We're going to talk about how to defend credit spreads tomorrow. We're talking about that. And we're going to lean in a little bit more on the breakout strategy that we've been kind of working on. We'll talk about that a little bit. But that happens inside of our membership too. We coach. We have morning calls. We have an exclusive Telegram, a community, just a place that's supportive where people really work together to get this money. Our saying, we have two things we do every day. We're going to stay green and we're going to get this money. Those are the two things. I may add that motto to our 2 o'clock lives. There's two things we're going to do today. We're going to stay green and we're going to get this money. Yes. I don't see any questions popping up. Y'all be sure to follow me and subscribe over on YouTube if you haven't already. The whole objective of this whole thing is to get more and more people into the options trading world, trading options for income. It is not some super high level, piece of education that will keep you out of the door. It will require some seat time and some learning. It's not necessarily easy, but it's not necessarily hard either. You just have to focus and do the learning. All righty. I'm talking to my Instagram people too. Just got to focus and do your learning. All righty, people. I'm closing up. I want everybody to have a really good weekend, right? Take some time this weekend to rest your nerves, as I used to tell my children. Rest your nerves. You want to rest your nerves. Get you some rest. Get ready for the holiday, right? And we will be back on Monday, ready to trade and ready to have a good time. Okay, so now we're going to use our thinking. What are we doing? We got two things we're going to do. We're going to stay green and we're going to get this money. All right. I will talk to you all later. All right. Hey, Chris. Well, I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a really good weekend. Okay. Bye-bye.